complicated job from the beginning because it was an old structure, and we were going to do a lot of wiring, and we were going to have to move plumbing, and there was a lot involved in this. There was a dining room, and there was a small kitchen, and then there was kind of a hallway that meandered through as well, and there was a little eating area, and all of those things. Then we cleared out all of those walls and turned it into one kitchen and with an eating area.
And that's how our process works, is that we focus on the main layout first, because many people are not visual. A lot of times I walk into a space and I immediately see, this, and this can be done, and boy, what a difference it would make.
They said, here's what we're going to be doing, here's when it's going to happen. They went through the contract with us, made sure we understood it, made sure we were happy with it.
As an old home, there are a lot of unknowns. Even in newer structures, there's a lot of unknowns that you get into in a remodeling situation. In this case, I think the home was built in the 1800s or early 1900s. It was 100 years old. And so we were, unsure going into it exactly what we were going to find.
The only hiccup we had was when they brought the walls down, the load-bearing wall wasn't the wall they thought. And so that meant the beam had to be moved, or could it be moved? We didn't know for sure. We
hired an engineer. In tricky situations like this where we have a load-bearing situation, we like to have an engineer certify that what we're doing is correct. So we hired an engineer, and it surprised even him. The way the house was framed, it was framed one direction on the first floor and another direction on the second floor.
It all took care of itself the next day. That was the only hiccup in a whole 6-week period.
She is thrilled. She has a beautiful kitchen, and I think it all came together really well from, I think that shows in our process from having a designer in and having a very clear idea at the very beginning with using our 3D software of exactly what everything's going to look like.
As great as our 3D modeling is, and as wonderful of a visuals that gives to the client, it's never as great as the real thing.
During construction, every night my husband and I would race home just to see what was accomplished. So after the kitchen was finished, we race home and just stand there and stare, because it's just so unique and so different for us.
I think one of the benefits of Case is that we assign a lead carpenter to a job, and then that person is on the job until we're done. And we make a commitment to a homeowner that once we start the job, we're not going to pull off the job until we're finished.
I could not say enough nice things about them, and their kindness. If I was in doubt on anything, they explained it to me. If I needed to call Andy about anything, he always called me right back.
She was very happy, and the reactions that she was getting from other people were walking in, and it's a real wow kind of thing, impact. If you've seen it before and you walk in, it's a real wow kitchen.
I never wanted to cook in the old kitchen. It wasn't fun. I was separated from everything else going on in the house, so I never enjoyed cooking. Now I've actually looked at a cookbook. I may do better. What they said they were going to do, they did, and they did it on time.